So you was there the night of the quad situation. Can you break that down from your point of view? I had no idea you was there. That's crazy, bro.
Well, I mean, Quad was interesting because it was um it was a celebration at the time, man. It was we just got the deal, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody was in a great space, everybody was in a good mood. But like I said, at the time, the streets came in the music business at the same time. You know, I'm talking about when I came into the music business, when we got into the music business. The streets was over in terms of hustling. There was a lot of money at stake. So the streets came in with us, right? Um, Pac was running around New York with with sort of like soaking it all in and gradually embracing the culture of what was going on. He'd been all over the place, all over the country. So now you're in New York, and now you done got some of this New York swag in you. Um, but that has nothing to do with what transpired. What transpired was, unfortunately, whatever off screen you went through, by the time you brought it into the music business, which the streets is in the music business, you're going to meet some street music business guys. You know what I'm saying? Um, and unfortunately, what happens to you happens to you. And unfortunately, we were in the same building, right? Okay, it happened. Um, the sad part about it is because we sort of got jumbled into the building. You know what I'm saying? So I'm assuming that, if I see this guy or I see that guy, oh, that means that y'all all up in there. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to have this problem about, yo, why do I have this fucked up reputation in the music business? Like, this, I'm trying to do all of the right things so whatever I did in the street wouldn't follow me. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yeah, but it's people that's around you, and oh, of course, that's his homeboy. You had something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And that never really set well with me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, like my thing is if you got beef with a nigga, you go see that person. You know what I'm saying? You don't send nobody to do it. You know what I mean? You go handle your business. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if you're not living like that, then I ain't respecting you. You know what I'm saying? Every gangster or street nigga I ever got into it, I'm like, yo, bro, like, nah, let it be our decision, me and your decision, man. Let it be our whether we live or die, not somebody else family suffering. You know what I'm saying? Based on because me and you made some calls while we were sleeping. You know what I'm saying? And now a bunch of other people is tragically going through some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because that you don't get no respect from that, bro. Put in your own fucking work. Because if you go to that penitentiary, you're going to have to put in your own work. You know what I mean? Period. I ain't no ifs, ands, or buts.
So how did Big feel about that when the whole quad situation happened?
I mean, he was upset about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, it wasn't, he was a good guy, man. You know what I mean? Like Big wanted everything. He wanted the best for everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially somebody that he calls his friend and embraces them. You know what I'm saying? And be like, yo, my nigga, I'm willing to do things for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he was in Jay first video. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not on the song, but I'm gonna come support you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's what kind of guy he was. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, it's unfortunate that Tupac just took it, because at some point you can't really say, because he's on record saying, "Oh, we can do this for charity and get money together," right? So you can't make that statement if you thought that this was really some shit. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, it didn't happen. That let's get this back together. Let's do something together so we can take me and you out of the mix. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really Suge and Puff's mix. You know what I'm saying? And we just caught up in the whirlwind of it. You know what I mean? They was just two young artists, two young kids as artists, and somebody decides to say it was easier. One was more impressionable than the other. You know what I'm saying? So, cause Big, somebody could have thrown gasoline on Big and been like, "That, go after this nigga, yo, da 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 da." Big was like, "Nah, I'm chilling." Sugar and them was like, "That, go after the nigga. You sure? Go after the nigga. All right, I'm gonna fuck his wife." Right? You could tell one person was more impressionable. You see what I'm saying? Like, nah, no. Fuck his wife, but don't tell nobody you fucked his wife. You know what I mean? Keep that shit to yourself. Have one up on him. Nah, you want to put it on record. Whether it's true or not, the only person who knows is Faith. Everybody else is speculating. I mean, if you wasn't in the room, you can't say that Tupac Biggie's wife. You can't say it. You're not gonna ever catch me liable for anything. Any interview that I do, all my shit, they do not want me at a deposition with them. Cause I'm gonna be like, all right now, cause we're gonna go back to the further than that. And we're gonna get to the bottom of this shit. You know what I mean? Cause it's about the lie. Long as you ain't lying, you know what I mean? You can say what the fuck you want to say.